What's going on, guys? It's your boy, John the Liquidator, coming back here with breaking news. So what look like Sheryl Swoops could be possibly starting a race war over this whole Caitlin Clark and her hate train debate. Guys, for this one here, we got to go to X. Let's get it. Let's go. Guys, so Sheryl Swoops is currently on Twitter Spaces right as we speak right now, and it is looking like this thing is going catastrophic. Man, they're talking about Rays, they're talking about David Portnoy calling out Angel Reese, basically out of her name, and it's turning into like this race war thing, and it's almost like, well, there isn't almost like Sheryl Swoops is playing the victim. She has completely took the victim role on. And guys, I'm just done talking. Let me show you guys this Spaces. Let's jump in here right now, man. This is beyond me. I cannot believe this. I am just lost for words. I am just lost for words in regards to this Spaces, man.
Champion Sheryl Swoops in the room. So the sister is a legend. Listen, I'm a hooper. All I care about is basketball. I love to watch good hooping. And so we may disagree with Sheryl on some stuff, but we cannot take away that she's a champion. And in my book, when you win, when you're a champion, you can say stuff that non-champions can say, right? Because you've been there, you've been a dog, you were number one on the team, you know how to carry a team. So as an athlete, I know what that's like. So let me give kudos to the sister on that. But let me say this, right? To me, none of this is about race. I don't think any of this is about race. Now, fans have their own opinion. Dave Portnoy is a fan who gave his opinion. There are other people that are going to give their opinion about the sport. But the way I see it is the WNBA right now, as we speak today, has more eyes on it, is getting more attention. There's more revenue coming into the league than we've ever seen before. And so I'm old enough to remember watching Sheryl and Tina Thompson and Cynthia Cooper back in the Gap with their great coach. I remember watching that time. And then after them, for a while, I stopped watching. And then a couple years ago, my brother turned me on to Caitlin Clark and what she was doing in Iowa. And I was like, man, this girl can flat out hoop, right? And then what did Iowa do? They beat this all-black team, South Carolina, to make it to the championship game, right? And the media began to create this black and white type of division and dissension,
exactly.
Right? White media and black media. They're going to turn that up for ratings, for their own dollar, right? But let me say this, it's a great product on the court. What happened with Angel and Caitlin in that national championship game was great for the sport. Did I agree with Angel chasing Caitlin around on the court? No. If I was her coach, we would have had a conversation, right? But that happens in the heat of the game. You know what I'm saying? But what that did was bring more eyes to the game. Angel's getting paid out the wazoo from that attention. Caitlin's getting paid out the wazoo. Fans are in the stands when Chicago Sky play, when the Fever play. So I think it's great for the sport altogether. Let me say this and I'll land. I was talking to my brother a couple months ago as before Angel got drafted, and I told him, I said, man, I don't think Angel's game is going to translate well to the WNBA. Because I think her offense is lacking, things of that nature, right? But I said, I think Caitlin gonna be a star. My brother said, no, I think you're gonna be wrong about that. I remember a conversation also hearing Sister Swoopes say something similar. She said she doesn't think either one of their games would translate to the WNBA. And she has a right to say that. Now, I was wrong about Angel in her game translating to the WNBA, and she's killing the game. And I'll be the first to tell you, rebounding her tail off, inspiring her team, she's gonna be a great pro, right? I was wrong about that. Caitlin is doing well than what I thought as well. And I'll just say this as I land. I love you, Sister Sheryl, but you were wrong about Caitlin.
Yep.
I think you should just kind of think about it and evolve in your thinking around it. Because at the end of the day, you're great in the game. And when the greats support the new age, it's great for the entire game altogether. You know what I mean? And so I love what you bring to the game, sister. I love it. I know you'll evolve your thinking on it. I know you'll take a lot of these comments in this conversation. But what I will denounce, anybody being disrespectful, calling people out of their name, racial division, racial comments, that's wrong. But we can, as fans, give our opinion on the game and what we think about the stars of today and the goats of yesterday. And I'll land there. Thank you, Mulio and Sonny, for the space.
Shout out to that brother, man.
I just want to say one thing. I never said that their game wouldn't translate. I never said Angel's game wouldn't translate. I never said Caitlin's game wouldn't translate. What I said was I didn't think they would come in the league and dominate immediately. Wow. And that was my opinion. But I always felt like their game would translate at some point. Some it happens sooner than others, but I never said it wouldn't translate at all. But I appreciate it.
I apologize there. Thank you for that correction.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad that we and this is why, offering platforms where our people get a chance to defend their own comments and names matters, because unfortunately brother Rev may not have been the only one that either heard or thought that Sister Sheryl said that. So I'm glad we was able to get that cleared up. We're gonna go ahead and keep the line moving. It's a lot of people in here. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna try to get to everybody. Remember, family, with the exception of our Sister Sheryl, 2 minutes or less. We got to get through these hands. So there was a sister that was in here. I don't know if she's still in here that I was gonna try to get to. But let's go to One Love. We'll go to Juliana, and then we'll go to the Caitlin Clark effect. They've been here for a while. The Caitlin Clark effect, One Love, Juliana, and then we will go to TLG straight.
Okay, good evening, everybody. So it's actually evening here. So I just want to make certain points. If we're going to go back and start from the beginning of everything, there's something that we say over here in Nigeria, like you don't leave the door open and then you complain about the mosquitoes that come inside. Like sometimes our actions lead to reactions, and we can't play like, oh, just because I left the door open does not mean that the mosquitoes should have stayed out. No, if you leave the door open, the mosquitoes are going to come inside. That's how it is.
Mosquitoes.
The beginning of the whole thing was like, okay, Angel. When Angel did that thing, I'm a fan of basketballers that are very expressive on the court. So whatever expression you do on the court of play is fair game to me. I'm not even mad at her chasing her up and down, as long as you restrict it to that basketball court. But when you take it outside the court to social media, then you're inviting another set of things. And then Caitlin has a lot of fans. And with a lot of fans, there are going to be a lot of trolls. And there are going to be like a few very bad eggs that are part of the fan base, that is Caitlin Clark's fan base. Majority of the fan base are not racist, but there's one or two races that are there. And I see the women in the WNBA, and not just like Sheryl or anybody, like the women in the WNBA, they do this very often where Dijonay just posted a tweet on Twitter where she said all of the FIBA fans are nasty or something like that. And under the comments, you see a lot of comments where like, oh, we loved you. Why would you say something like that? Then the only comment that she retweets is the one comment that was racist. So out of 1,000 comments, one is racist, and then they pick it and they blow it up and blow that propaganda. Fans are racist. So Caitlin's fans are not racist. That guy is racist. That guy is not a Caitlin fan. You open those racist comments, they don't even comment about Caitlin Clark.
15 seconds.
They don't. You don't.
Yeah, 15,
they don't have
15 seconds, bro.
Okay. At least see time.
I've got
like, bro, you got 15.
We can't be pushing agendas like that. And it happens, it goes both ways. It's not just black women. Caitlin is also suffering from it. Caitlin is suffering from it. Nobody cares about Caitlin. Nobody tweets about.
I think he cut him off.
One Love and then Juliana.
I think he cut him off. Oh.
Thank you, Don Mulio, and shout out to you both, and Sonny. Shut up. What's up? Shout out to the Descendants and Queen Sheryl Swoops. So, coming from somebody who played the game, growing up, varsity, Morningside High School, Inglewood, California. Lisa Leslie was heavily involved in the family, and we saw what the Sparks went through in the development early stages of the WNBA. A lot of people don't realize that big players, money players, do provide the level of foundation of where racism actually impacts and impedes how Black American or Black players, period, or other races of people
Bro,
view and
I do not
experience
want to hear
sports.
this. Turn it to a
It
race,
is not just
and that is
for
exactly
the viewership
what it seemed like. This space
of
doing.
people
There's
who are
money there,
onlookers or
and it's putting it
spectators.
in it.
You're talking
The
about
race,
people who
this is
experience
not
life
about
in
race.
real time on the
I just
court
want to
and off the
emphasize
court.
whoever thinks
And
it's
I
about
love what
race,
Nikki said, because
absolutely
the whole level
wrong on
of how
so many levels,
race
bro.
and race relations, along with the respect to athletic sport, is always going to be intermingled and put on the backs and shoulders of Black Americans. No one would ever approach Michael Jordan and tell him, if he was the Sheryl Swoops speaking, to change his on look or his mindset. And I hope you grow in the future. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Sheryl Swoops has created a lane and open doors for a lot of young girls, including Kate and Caitlin Clark. And the
Right.
honor in that alone, to me, is that she should be revered in regards to her critiques and as an analyst as well. You don't see readily available jobs being opened up to Black women
Oh, here we go with this race,
commentators
bro.
and
It's
spectators.
not about
Instead, they'll
race,
put up
lady.
somebody like a Stephen A. Smith, who targeted Kyrie Irving because of the whole Hebrews to Negroes. And he was actually within his right as a human being and an American citizen to do what he did, but he was challenged because of, again, bigger money. So someone like the Porter guy, who has the ear of the racist streets, he can pull in
God, bro.
the calling cards of people who want to view sports from a racial lens. But then the moment Black people respond, all of a sudden it is a problem.
Bro,
Caitlin Clark started the finger waving, and then when it was
you did all
returned,
of
all of
that.
a sudden it's a
Bro, I'm about to
issue.
cut it off.
So when you look at now moving into the league, you want to find another issue of someone who in Sheryl Swoop's stature to put Caitlin feet to rest on. And I've said this before. Sheryl Swoops don't owe nobody nothing.
She do
Not
owe
a
Caitlin an
nothing.
apology. Why did you
Not
say it?
only is she the baddest, one of the baddest to ever play, she also is a Black woman living in America, playing against sports and outside of sports, the business side of it. The business side of it, no one has ever asked Sheryl Swoop about that. No one has ever asked her what her experience is and what has been in her career. All of a sudden, she's supposed to carry Caitlin Clark on her shoulders, but then nobody talk about USC after they won. They only talked about Caitlin Clark. No one talks about the other white women in the WNBA. They only talk about Caitlin Clark. Do y'all even know Caitlin Clark's teammates' names?
What?
Since you fans,
What?
one person does not win a game.
What?
There are 5 people and a
What?
total of however many people on the bench that are rooting and playing and interchanging on a team.
What?
Caitlin Clark had a whole team in Iowa. Do y'all know their names? The girls that
Lady,
played
you
with her?
so
No,
disconnected
you don't.
from this whole
But you say you
situation.
fans of the
Sound
game.
stupid. You
No,
sound real
you are a fan
stupid
for
right now.
now. Because even if Caitlin Clark's name was not mentioned in media, you would still want to hear the venomous being spewed about her and Angel Reese in order for you to get a view. That's the only time they bring up Sheryl Swoop's name, when they want a view. And that's what Stephen A. Smith and Lieberman did, because no one was speaking on anything racial in regards to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Everybody has been enjoying the WNBA since all this has kicked off. But it's
Sister One
only
Love.
when I'm about to land. It's
Okay.
only when Stephen A. and his cronies, whoever he gets with, and they need to what Kendrick Lamar say? They want to check balance. And I'm tired of it. At the end of the day, Sheryl Swoops don't gotta rest nobody on her shoulders unless she wants
Guys,
to.
after she
If
gets
she
to
wants to talk
talking,
about and be an
I'm gonna
analyst,
cut
she
this off
deserves that.
because I'm
And black
mad.
women
And
get
I
to
got some
get to
things I want
dictate
to
how
say
they
after
choose
hearing
to move around.
Sheryl Swoops actually spoke one time.
All right, appreciate you for that, dear sister. We got to go to we're gonna go to Juliana. Maria has been up. Wait, Juliana. I'm sorry. Maria was up here before and she got moved down. So let's hear from Sister Maria. Then we'll go to Juliana, and then we got Raquel, and then I'm gonna start moving people out.
All right. Let me cut this off. So, in closing of this video, which I'm gonna look at some more of this whenever I wrap up this video, just to see if Sheryl Swoops is actually going to take any responsibility to the things that she said online and has been saying publicly about Caitlin Clark. Now, one thing that really kind of disturbed me about that Twitter space is that they're trying to turn this thing into a race war. And that is what I do not accept, especially as a basketball fan and as a black man. I'm not finna sit up here and let y'all do Caitlin Clark how y'all trying to do her. And this whole situation involving Sheryl Swoops and making it seem like she's the damn victim because she's black. Why do black people always gotta play victim when they do some wrong shit? I'm calling it out because it ain't right. But I'm gonna listen to some more of this. Get down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because you know I'm gonna bring you the news. And until next time, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out. Shake the haters.